Hi everyone, Namaste. My name's Keenan and this is my wife Sagal. She's going to be demoing today. And welcome to your Back to Body yoga program. Please make sure you're ready to go with obviously a yoga mat that helps, a block and a strap if you've got them. You don't have to have them, but I highly encourage you to have one. If you get a chance, purchase a block and a strap. They can be just useful to modify the practice. Ideally, you're going to be practicing with an empty belly. So ideally 4 hours before practice, no food, right? So otherwise, if you are digesting, I'd just advise you to really take it easy. In fact, I'd advise everyone to take it easy, no matter what level you're at. Please modify as often as you need to. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you feel like challenging yourself, by all means do so, but in a safe way. If you ever feel pain, understand there is no gain. It's just your body saying, hey, what you're doing isn't right. So please look after yourself, enjoy your practice, and it's imperative that you maintain what we call the foundations of the practice. And there's 3, and that is breath, drishti, and bandha. So breath, it's called ujjayi that we use. It's a subtle contraction of your throat. You can start that straight away. Very subtle contraction of your throat. Your mouth remains closed, which will be a challenge for any mouth breathers out there. So mouth is closed. It's helpful to smile on the inhale to create this contraction of the glottis. Like a wave that's washing across the shore. It's very soothing and meditative as you breathe through the practice. Obviously, as we get into flow, we time the movements with the breath. I'd say this last thing about the breath, and I will cue the breath throughout, but make sure that if you are practicing with someone else, they can't hear you. The breath needs to be very subtle, very quiet. So maybe you alone could hear it, but it's very subtle contraction of the throat. You hear me emphasize it a little bit. It's not as loud as that in your own practice. I'm just doing that so you can be reminded to do it, right? So that's the first foundation, ujjayi breath. The next is drishti. That is keeping your eyes on one point throughout the practice. Of course, if you're newer and you need to look at the screen, totally understand. But as you get more proficient in the practice, we want to keep our eyes steady and use our inner eye, which we call awareness, to just move through the body, to notice where you need to loosen up, need to strengthen up. Right, that's the second foundation. The third foundation is bandha. You're going to hear me talk to that a lot. We're going to protect the wrist. Bandha means lock, so it's a muscle lock. We protect the wrist. We protect the spine by engaging the core. We protect the knees at times by flexing the toes. So you hear me talk to that. Please make sure, again, that you're ready to go. Here I've got a block and a strap. You don't have to have one. I just recommend them if you've got them, particularly for modifications. The strap may be useful if you've got tight shoulders, just to wrap them around your hands to binds when we do that. But otherwise, if you haven't got them, that's okay. But do take it easy. Regardless of your level of experience, take it easy. By all means, you're welcome to challenge yourself, but never to strain. Ideally, no pain. If there's pain, there's no gain. So do what suits you, modify as often as you need, and enjoy practice. We're going to start in child's pose today. So as you're ready, we're going to turn your head towards the direction you wish to face. Take the knees nice and wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Drop your hips towards your heels. Now, if your head doesn't touch the floor, you could rest your head onto a block. Tal, could you move that block to the other side for us? Yeah. And if you need to use a block, you could place it under your head, or you could, even if you suffer from sinus, you could turn your head to one side. And then we're just really allowing the hips to just sink back in towards the heels. You may wish to reach the hands forwards. And just feel that opening through the heart space. I like to, at this point of the practice, dedicate or offer this practice. I turn the yoga practice into a spiritual practice. Maybe offer it, to humanity, or offer it to the country, or offer it to your community, or offer it to your family. As Vivekananda once said, for heaven's sake, don't just do it for yourself. But then drop all that and connect with your breath. So as you inhale, see if you can find the gentle lift of your belly. And see if you can keep the belly slightly engaged throughout now. One more breath here. See if you can expand your ribs as you inhale. And then finish your breath out. Really empty it. And then we're going to press to all fours as you breathe in. Chin to chest, round the spine as you breathe out. That's it, push the spine to the ceiling. Nice, look up as you inhale, turn the sit bones up. Round the spine as you exhale. Good, once more, inhale, look up. Round the spine deep, exhale. Good. And then look up, inhale. Keep the hands flat, downward facing dog, exhale. Good. Now just to find the correct position for hands and feet, I want you to take a high plank to start, high push-up. Good. In high push-up, we want to make sure that your shoulders are above elbows, above wrist, with your heels pressing back. So quadriceps are engaged by heels pressing back, and then stack your joints, shoulders, elbows, wrist. Make sure the head never drops down. All right. Too often people do this in high push-up. Draw the chest forwards, and so it's almost as though you're looking forwards, but without bending the neck. Good. Heels back, so legs are on. Pull the belly in. Good. Now do not move your hands and feet, although check feet are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width. That's it. Feet a little closer. That's it. Not too much closer. That's it. Now don't move your hands and feet. Take your butt to the sky, downward dog. Good. Now if you're new, you need to bend the knees straight up. Good. Just to turn sit bones up to get this flat lower back. By all means, you could straighten the legs, but not if that rounds your lower back. So if your hamstrings are tight, you'll need to keep the knees bent. Good. The fingers need to be spread and the fingertips press down into the floor. See if you can make sure that the index knuckle is not lifted. Right? Really ground the index knuckle into the earth and then gently hug your thumbs towards the midline. Nice. Now your eyes are here somewhere between your toes. Good. Keep your eyes nice and steady, keeping the front ribs knitted in. That's it. Notice if you've dropped your breath. Can you maintain a slow, conscious, deep flowing breath throughout the entire practice? Right? That's the goal, with the eyes steady. You've got this. Core is engaged. Now you're going to empty your lungs on your next out breath. Don't interrupt your flow. On your next inhale, the right leg lifts to the sky. Now whenever we're lifting the leg, we're keeping the hips level. That's it. Keep lifting. That's it. Hips stay level. Good. Now bend the upper knee. Good. Roll the left thigh open. That's opening the hip. Drop left elbow to floor. Walk the right hand forwards just a little bit. Just a little. That's the way. Keep left heel grounding, but without locking out this left leg aggressively. So you may need to keep a little bend and then start to straighten and bend the upper leg. Great job. Do this with breath, nice and slowly. Should feel nice, just awakening the hip flexor and side body. Core is on. And then as you're ready, you're going to reset your hands, re-level your hips to lower the right leg down on an exhale. So movement with breath. Good. Change sides in your time. Left leg lifts up. That's the way. The inner thigh lifts. Good. And as you're ready, bend the upper knee. Good. And you're rolling this right thigh open this time. So it's external rotation of the right hip. Again, without locking the right knee. Yes, right elbow to floor. Left hand can creep forwards. Good. And you're just exploring, straightening and bending this upper leg. Good. I want you to hold this side for the same amount of time that you held the other side for. So maybe counting your breaths is a great way to keep you honest in your practice. And once you're done both sides evenly, we'll meet at the top of the mat in ragdoll, 2 feet at hip width apart, arms interlaced in front. Good. Feel free to sway a little side to side once you're here. Okay, we want to make sure that this lower back is not rounding. Right? Could you maybe straighten the legs and round the spine a little? Round into here. That's it. So this is like we want to have this angle less than 90 degrees. So we need to bend the knees to get this one down. That's it. Ideally, your chest is no more than 3 inches off your thighs. Good. So again, if you need to bend your knees deeper, keep the knees broadening. Make sure your toes have not turned out. A lot of people tend to stand with toes turned out. That's an external rotation of the hips. So see rather if you can just ensure toes are turned slightly in, but then without letting the knees collapse in. So knees broaden out. That's the way. Good. Now core is switched on. Over 2 or 3 breaths, I want you to really slowly roll up to standing. Really slowly. Roll up. Roll up. Feel the spine unraveling, 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 unraveling. And then as you're ready, reach up as though you're splashing your face. That's the way. So you reach up, hands through the center. Now the little fingers keep turning in here. Good. The shoulder blades draw back. The front ribs draw in. Good. And now we're going to work on foundation. So feel your inner thighs, draw them back. That's it. Lift the pelvic floor. Good. And biceps behind the ears where possible. This is perfect alignment now. We've got neutral spine. That's naturally curved spine. Inner thighs drawing back. So hips are level, neutral. Pelvic floor muscles on. Good. Take an inhale as you're ready. Fill up. And then you're going to lean to the right. Lower the right arm down. Other right, honey. To the right. That's it. And then right arm in front. Good. Cinch in the waist. Reach both arms back up. Draw front ribs in. Neck edges stay long. Lean to the left. Let's move with the breath. Good. We'll do that once more through. So reach up. Inhale. Front ribs in. Neutral spine. Good. Lean to the right. Slow it down. Both arms up. Breathe in. Lean to the left. Breathe it out. Good. And then both arms up. Inhale. Hands to your lower back. Breathe out. Now again, focus on inner thighs drawing back as you standing back bend. Good. Standing back bend. Core is on. Good. In fact, just bring yourself back up. You might find bringing feet closer in may be useful for some. I like to keep the feet a little wide. Some could bring big toes together even. Toes turn slightly in. That's the way. Inner thighs draw back. Make sure your core is on when you do this standing back bend. And without collapsing your head back, keep neck edges long. Good. Take a deep, full breath in as you're ready. Good. And then forward fold. You can slide the hands down the leg, but reach for your ankles if you'd like to, or hands to the earth. Good. And then halfway lift. Now, as you're breathing in, step back to downward dog. Good. Only now I want you to bend the knees quite deep. Roll your spine into high plank. So you're rippling the spine. Ripple, ripple, ripple. Good. Let's pause there. Good. Notice, again, shoulders need to be stacked up on elbows or on wrists. So feet need to be far enough back that when you take a high plank, you're actually going to find this stacking of the joints. Good. Let's try that again. So downward dog, bend the knees, tuck chin to chest. Roll the spine. Ripple it. That's it. Good. Now you can drop the knees for the first one at least. Come forwards. Hands hugging as you lay down. Shoulders off the floor. Great job. Cobra pose. Good. Make sure the heels do not roll in so thighs stay neutral. Good. And these shoulder blades are squeezing in. You want your elbows just above or slightly behind your wrists here. Good. Take a deep inhale as you're ready. Nice. And then press back to child's pose. You're welcome to move your hands if you need to. Good. Good. Press back up and roll back down, or straight arms to lower down into cobra when you're ready. That's it. Lower it down. Nice. And then you could tuck your toes and press to downward dog. Full breath out. Good. Eyes are steady on one point. We're breathing nice and slowly through the nose, but without the nasal sound. Good. Take a large inhale. Maybe lift your heels. Good. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forwards. On a no breath, walk to the top of your mat. Good. Into a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Forward fold. You could bend the knees as much as you need. Good. Reach up, stand up as you're ready. Front ribs, draw them in. Lean to the right as you exhale. Good. Both arms up. Breathe it in. Lean to the left. Exhale. Both arms up. Inhale. Hands to lower back. Breathe out. Standing back bend. Inhale. Forward fold. Breathe it out. Halfway lift. Keep breathing in as you step to downward dog. Bend the knees. Roll to high plank, low plank on an exhalation. Cobra pose. Breathe in. Child's pose. Empty it all out. Back to cobra pose. Inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Lift the heels. Breathe in. Bend the knees, look forwards. On a no breath, we walk to the top. Halfway lift, draw length, flat back, neck is long. Forward fold, you could grab your ankles if you'd like to. With a straight spine if possible. Rise up, straight spine. Inhale, reach up. Lean to the right, cinch in the waist. Good, both arms up, breathe in. Lean to the left. Both arms up, inhale. Hands to lower back. Standing back bend, breathe in. Forward fold, empty it out. Good, last one through. Take a halfway lift to downward dog. Keep breathing in. Roll on to a high plank, low plank on the exhale. Good, cobra pose, breathe in. Child's pose, breathe it out. Back to cobra. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Great job. Right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Knee to chest. Lift the shin away from the floor. Step right foot forwards. Reach up, crescent lunge. Now you could drop the back knee to the floor if you'd like to. If you're able to lift the back knee off the floor. That's the way. But look at the hips. You'll notice the pelvis ideally maybe slightly forwards as Cigar's demonstrating. That's good. If you can straighten the leg without losing that anterior tilt of the pelvis, by all means. Again, welcome to have the back knee down. Maybe you're back bending in this pose, but you're still lunging deep. Good. Little fingers are turning in. Take a big breath here. Hands to heart center. Breathe out. Good. Lean forwards, lengthen back leg and spine. Twist to the right. Leverage left elbow off right knee. Now, if you want to drop left hand to floor inside, that's an option. Good. Otherwise, hands to heart. That's it. And make sure that front knee does not collapse in. That's really important. So front knee's broadening. So it's energy, in fact. You're pressing the right knee out as you pull in with the elbow. Welcome to bind it or open the wings, whatever suits you. But make sure your spine is long and straight. Even your neck. Just for 3. Beautiful, calm, conscious breath. Good. Last 2. You're going to finish this out breath empty. Back to crescent lunge. Reach up on the inhale. Then hands to floor, standing splits. Lift the left leg up. Standing splits. That's the way. Good. Let's take a crouching tiger. So bend your knees, forehead to shin. That's it. And now keep the head down. Take the left leg up. Good. Keep the head down. See if you can maybe even bend. You're welcome to keep both legs bent if you need to. But standing splits. Be mindful here. If there's pain, there's no gain. Good. Otherwise, we're breathing slowly. Good. See if you can find that forehead to your shin. Empty your lungs as you're ready. And then halfway lift, breathe in. Step back gently, crescent lunge. Exhale, pause. Reach up as you inhale. Good. And then downward dog to high plank, low plank on a long breath out. Good. Cobra pose. Breathe in. Downward dog. Breathe it out. Now pause here for a moment. I want you to see if you can feel the difference between right side and left side. Right? You're really in your body, I hope. Some of you may find yourself in your head scrambled with thoughts. Let's rather commit to conscious breathing. Good. Front ribs, knit them in. Good. Now finish your out breath to empty. Left leg lifts up to the sky. Breathe in. Knee to your chest. Lift the shin away from the floor to then delicately step left foot forwards. Drop back knee to modify crescent lunge. Good. Again, welcome to lift back knee. Make sure your feet are not on a tightrope. So feet are hip width apart. A bit too wide, honey. That's the way. Good. Exploring bending the back leg. Sometimes I like to bend the back leg more and back bend. Other times I like to straighten the back leg more and less back bend. So it's an exploration. Make sure that heel doesn't roll in. Shoulders down the back. Belly draws in. Little fingers turning in as you're reaching up high to the sky. Take a big inhale. Hands to heart center. Good. Lean forwards, lengthen back leg spine. Twist to the left. Again, welcome to open the wings. Right hand to inside, so modification. Good. So I was going for open arm variation. For many of you, good. For many of you, it's not the option. It's better to keep the spine straight. If your stomach's on your thigh, good. Lean off the thigh. Press the left knee out. Just here for 4. Very hot, isn't it? That afternoon sun's cooking us. 3, front knee broadening. That's the way. Good. Last 2. Keep breathing, lengthening. Finish your out breath. To then reach again up. Crescent lunge. Reach up. Inhale. Here we go. Standing splits. Hands to floor. Exhale. Take a little halfway lift with the right leg up. And then crouching tiger. Forehead to shin. Good. Now keep your head down to take that right leg up. That's it. Notice this side might be completely different to the other side. It's quite often for the body to be asymmetrical. Notice we're not opening this right hip. So standing splits, not half moon. We're lifting through the inner right thigh. Keep breathing. Forehead towards your shin. Last few breaths. Good. You're going to empty your out breath. Halfway lift now. Breathe in. Step back, pause, exhale. Crescent lunge, reach up. Bigger inhale, express. Now downward dog, high plank, low plank on the exhalation. So it's lengthening. You're welcome to drop knees. Cobra pose, breathe in. Good, child's pose. Let's take it back and just pause for a moment here. Easy breath. Good work. Now finish the out breath. Press to all fours, breathe in. Downward dog, nice and slow. Lift the heels, breathe in, palms flat. Bend the knees, breathe out. On a no breath, walk to the top, ever so slow. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward fold to empty. Good. Again, halfway lift. Separate your feet now. Grab your two big toes, peace fingers and thumb, and fold forwards, elbows wide. Now again, we want to make sure the chest is glued to the thighs. So you can bend the knees as much as you need. Good. Now we want to engage the front of the body here. So see if you can engage your quadriceps, engage your core, engage your chest. Good. So it's on, not forcefully on, it's engaged, just so we can facilitate the release of the back body. So hamstrings starting to lengthen, maybe legs starting to straighten, if you will. Good job. Finish your next out breath to empty. To halfway lift, breathe in. Good. Keep hold of your left foot. Bring your right hand to waist. Good. You're going to stand up on your right leg. Start with the left knee bent. Eyes to one point will aid your balance here. So start with left leg bent. Right hand to waist. You're welcome to take right arm out as a little counterbalance. Wait for it. Left leg's going to draw forwards, honey. Good. So you could bend the leg. You could even work left hand, left knee. Left leg forwards to begin. You may find you can straighten the leg. You may not. It's up to you. See if you can keep hips level. Then as you're ready, take the left leg wide. Good. Taking the gaze to the right side. Stand tall and breathe just for 3. Stand tall and breathe. Doing so well. Good. Last 2. Good. When you're ready, you're going to come back to the center. Good. Keep the left leg up, arms up. Yes. Keep the arms up. That's it. Left leg up. That's it. Lean forwards rather than back. Good. Now we're going to find Dekasana, aeroplane pose. Float the left leg back. Awesome. Take a long out breath. Empty the lungs to gently drop the left leg to floor, prepping for crescent lunge. Good. Reach up to the sky. Awesome. Good. Again, see if you can find a big heart opener. Take a big full breath in here. Now, warrior 2, open the front thigh. Good. Allow your heels to align on one line. Good. Front knee broadens. And let's see just how deep you can lunge into this pose. Good. Check your back foot. So back foot flat. Left foot turns slightly. So foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Heels on one line, though. Okay. Yes. Broaden the front knee. Sink the hips to depth. Take a long out breath to empty. Good. Then you're going to straighten the front leg. Good trick on us. And you're going to reach as far as you can. Don't move beyond that point. Just drop the hand to where it falls. So we're trying to keep this straight edge. That's it. Lengthening the underside of your body. Good. Easy breath now. Okay, full out breath to empty. Rise back up, inhale. Good. Turn the right toes in. Hands to your hips, lift the heart to the sky. Forward fold, breathe it all out. Hands to the earth, take a halfway lift. And fold forward. You may need to bring feet closer in. You want your head to hover above the floor here. Good. Fingers can push. Good work. Fold as deep as you comfortably can. Take a long exhale. To halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your hips, pause there. Exhale. Stand up, inhale. Step to the top of the mat. Exhale. Reach to the sky, breathe in. Fold to the earth, slow and steady. Good work. Halfway lift, separate your feet. Grab your big toes once again. Elbows wide to fold. Good. Eyes are steady. Now, as Sigal gets cooked here in the sun, I'm hoping that she's practicing yoga. For a yogi is unaffected by hot or cold. Odd, I know, but a yogi is so in their body, they're not of the body. They're in the world, not of the world. They're not attached to the body. They're aware of the body. Breath is the key to keep your mind steady rather than going off into all these stories in your head. Take a long out breath, empty your lungs. Good. And now halfway lift. Keep hold of your right big toe, left hand to waist. Stand up on your left leg as you're ready to raise the right leg high. Again, you can just half stretch right leg forwards. You might fully stretch right leg forwards. You might work right hand to right knee. That's an option for some. And as you're ready, open the left thigh open. So you're rolling left thigh open. That's it. Eyes on one point. Easeful breath. Beautiful job. Good. Come back to the center as you're ready. Good. Both arms up. Keep that right leg lifting up. Lean into it if anything, just for 3. Don't forget to breathe. Your body needs oxygen. Good. Last 2. Good. For Dekasana, airplane pose. Good. You want to keep the hips level. Good. We're flying high. Good. As one of my teachers used to say, angels fly because they take themselves lightly. Good. Take an out breath. Empty. Step back slowly, prepare for crescent lunge, reach up, feet are hip width apart. Just a little front body stretch, just explore it. Good, as you feel ready to open the hips for your warrior 2 pose. So back foot flat. We want some space now between your feet. Heels on one line. You're welcome to have feet wider, but never the left heel like on the inside of that back foot. Good, front knees broadening, and then just explore just how deep you can go in the pose. That's it, really deep. Good. Finish your breath now. Sink lower to straighten that front leg as you inhale. Front leg straightens. Trikonasana, reaching forwards. Good. Without locking out the front knee aggressively. Little bend if you need. So go demonstrate this so beautifully. We're lengthening the side body, shortening the upper side, lengthening the underside. So you're squeezing on that right lower back. That's the way. Beautiful. Breath. Breath. Let's see if you can block out the world. Just let go of everything except your physical presence. It's all you're here to be. Present. Good. Finish your next out breath. Rise up as you inhale. Good. Left toes turn in. Hands bind behind your back. If you need to use a strap, lift the heart, breathe in. As you fold forwards, let's bend the knees as deep as you need. Good. Here for a couple of breaths. Finish your out breath. Good. And then halfway lift. Good. Now hands to floor. We're going to walk the feet wider. That's the way. You can take elbows to floor once you're there. Keep the feet flat. Don't want to tear off your inner thighs here. Feet flat. You could take elbows down if you wish. That's it. Don't overdo it. If you want, you could drop your elbows to floor. Just keeping feet flat. Easeful breath. Good. As you're ready, rise back up. Now, depending on which side you want the head to be, we're going to, in this case, place the right hand down. Bring your feet a little closer in. Bring the right hand flat. Yep. Look to the left and then kick the right leg through to lay on your back. Good. Just lay back. Just pause there. Yeah. Good job. Now, just to finish up, we're going to slide the heels beneath the knees. You could feather touch your heels with your fingers and start to lift the hips to the sky. You could support the hips with your hands if you wish, otherwise bind the hands below and set, and then see if you can keep the feet closer in. Inner thighs draw down, pull the belly in, and just a gentle back bend, nothing too intense. That's really all we've done, is back bends, some forward bends, a little bit of hip flexor work. Core is on as you lift the hips up as comfortably high as they can go. Good. And then slowly bring it down, roll the spine down. Good. Wash the legs side to side, just gently. Good. And then happy baby pose. Good. And then you're going to rock yourself up, soles of the feet together, butterfly pose. Got my naughty little pooch coming in the way here. Oh, the challenges of home yoga. Good. So soles of the feet together, knees wide, say hello. And then gently folding forwards if that's an option for you. Good. As you're ready, rise it back up. Stretch your left leg out. Good. Place your right foot to the outside of the left knee for a seated twist, or you could fold the left leg up if you wish to. Good. You're going to twist to the right side. Okay, you want to make sure the hips are level and the spine is straight. Internally, see if you can spin your spine the opposite direction. Make sure both sit bones are flat. It's really important. So right hip is level with the left. Good. And as you're ready, take it to the other side. So again, we're making sure that both sit bones are flat. Left sit bone is level with the right. The spine is upright, crown of the head lifting up. Notice the breath uninterrupted. Notice the gaze, the eyes soft and steady on one point. We'll hold this side for the same amount of time you held the other side, and we'll meet in a forward fold. Maybe knees are bent. Good job. As you're ready, we're going to finish with a little tabletop pose. So knees bent if you need to modify. Fingers face forward, shoulders pull back. Otherwise, legs straight, pressing through the base of the big toe. Good. Now see if you can work to engage every muscle fiber here. Arms, legs, chest, even face. Like tense it up. That's called IRT, instant relaxation technique. Tense, 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 and tight. That's it. And then release, lay back. Palms facing upwards, feet at hip width apart. This is perhaps the most important pose of all the postures we've done. A lot of people disregard this one, even perhaps don't even do it. But really now I'd encourage you, if you're at home, maybe just close your laptop down and maybe set an alarm. Ideally, like 10 minutes would be epic. 5 minutes is minimum. I'm going to hold to go here for a good 6 minutes of Shavasana. Now in that time, you could allow your mind to wander and drift and remember and project, or you could actually be committed to presence where you're in your body. That is, you rotate your awareness through the body, you notice any tense parts, you consciously relax those parts. You notice the natural breath, no longer needing to control the breath in any way. Noticing any sensations, and just making peace with whatever is. And so just notice if your mind had drifted off. You can always reel it back in. It's one of the most beautiful things about the asana practice is that it teaches us to be present in our own skin. But we've got to have the determination to catch those thoughts and release them like a fly fisherman. Catch and release. So again here, notice your whole body, notice your breath. And welcome to lay longer, or if you're ready to, just start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and maybe stretch your right arm up above your head. And just going to roll to the right side. Peel yourself into a little ball. Taking your time just to peel yourself up to a comfortable seat. Drawing your hands to your heart center. Some of you may have heard of the word namaste. It means the consciousness within me honors the consciousness within you. So as we honor that within ourselves, we honor that within everyone else. And to each other we say namaste. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Looking forward to facilitating next week. Maybe next week I'll leave my dog somewhere else. It certainly gave me a few challenges. And we might practice in another spot next week so you have another view. It won't be as pleasant as this one, but it should be nice nonetheless. Thanks and have a lovely evening. Ciao for now. Bye.